What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your girl, Miss Honey. I am here to do a follow-up video. You guys know that typically I don't do follow-up videos. I say what I have to say and I move on. But I wanted to do this video because I talked about this gentleman in my last video, which was about the Katt Williams Wanda Smith beef. I guess it's not a beef, but that whole scuttlebutt, which is kind of sort of dying down now, where I saw today where Red Grant had dropped a video, his response video, and really it wasn't a response to what happened between Katt and Wanda. It was really more of a response of Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish going on The Breakfast Club. And of course I'll put a link for that video down below. I toyed with the idea of playing the video because it wasn't that long, but I don't play with YouTube and putting videos in my video because I don't have time for it. Like, it ain't even about it being demonetized or getting a yellow $sign, whatever that means. I think it's like less ads or certain ads. Yeah, it's something. It's not even about that. It's just that I like to try to keep my nose clean out here on YouTube as far as their copyrights, and so I don't even play with it. But the video will be down below. It's not that long. You guys are welcome to watch it and then come back. But I looked at my video. I knew I remembered saying it, but I had talked to a couple of people, so I didn't know if I had said it verbally to someone or if I had put it in the video. I couldn't remember that everybody was talking, but I really wanted to hear what Red Grant had to say, because Red Grant know Katt and Red Grant know Wanda Smith, right? And he was there for the whole thing from beginning to end. So if you go back to my video about Katt Williams and Wanda Smith, you'll see at the 24 marker where I say I want to hear from Red Grant, right? So boom, pow. Get up this morning, Red Grant got a video out there. It was a good video. You guys must see it. Like I said, I'll put a link down below, but you gotta see it, you guys. It is so good. The guy speaks very well about the situation, and he sheds a lot of light on the situation, like the fact that Wanda was verbally aggressive with Katt Williams in the green room, and then when he came out and put his headset on and all of that, she said a couple of things he wasn't feeling, and he got up and walked off, and the producer talked him into coming back. Okay, they don't talk about that, and she don't talk about that in that video where she kind of trying to accuse Frank Ski of not taking up for her. Okay, so a lot of people, I've seen quite a few videos out there about Wanda Smith and the Katt Williams situation. It bothers me because a lot of these people that just don't really haven't put a lot into what they commenting on, they got a lot of views, a lot of followers. Like, it's important. It's important to be accurate as much as you possibly can. Everybody makes mistakes, but don't watch a video and then come put your opinion on it. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, it ain't a deal breaker unless you're doing it repeatedly. I'm just putting it out there. Just like y'all putting some shit out there about me now. Maybe, you know, the fact that I say the fact that I smack. Like, everybody got a problem with something that somebody does at some point in some time. This my problem, is that people try to do videos and they hadn't even watched the content or haven't even gotten themselves together, and they're trying to do their opinion on something that they barely watched in the first place. That's one of my pet peeves. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So, like I said, Red Grant shared a lot. He shed a lot of light on the situation. I also wanted to weigh in on the whole Kevin Hart situation, because he had the audacity I was listening to this at work on Friday. And I had my headset on, and I couldn't help but speak out on it. My coworkers kept asking me, "What are you watching? What are you talking about? What's going on?" People get on my nerves when they want to hit a whole thing. I'm not even through watching it yet. Let me get through and I'll tell y'all about it. But anyway, so I was pissed off with Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart loved to play like he loved to toot his own horn. He loved the sound of his own voice. He loves to practice false humility. Shout out to my girl Rambling K from Rambling K, Kai. She does YouTube videos as well. That's my girl. But she coined the phrase false humility when we were talking about, she was doing a live and she was talking about Monique. But anyway, I use it a lot now. I like it. Anyway, he likes to practice false humility. He does. So he's sitting there with Tiffany Haddish. Now, let me say this. Katt Williams didn't really want to get into everything that was going on when TMZ interviewed him after the Emmys. He didn't. He was just, you know, kind of being passive aggressive, kind of being elusive, kind of being vague. And same thing with Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish was saying there was no beef. There's no beef. We're fine. We're good. It's no big deal. Well, Red Grant lets on that Tiffany Haddish called him and asked him for Katt Williams' number. It's in the video. And he said, "I have Katt call you." Now, we know that's the truth because we already know that's the policy, right? Ain't that the policy? When somebody call you to get somebody else's number, you don't give them that person's number. You call that person and ask that person, "Can you get a number out?" and see what they say. And evidently, Katt said, "I'll call her." Katt William called her and FaceTimed her. And they talked. He explained what he meant. He apologized. She accepted it. They was cool. Beef was squashed. So Red Grant had a problem with the fact that now that her and Kevin Hart was on Breakfast Club, she wasn't acknowledging the fact that he apologized to her. They squashed it like it was a non-factor. She kind of did with TMZ, but now that she on Breakfast Club, and probably Kevin Hart has put a little air into the situation. All right, and she's not acknowledging that he apologized. She's not acknowledging that it was squashed. You know, she made this joke, which, you know, that's what comedians do about, "I thought I had screwed his boyfriend or something." Everybody started laughing. So what pissed me off about Kevin Hart is he was saying that this is my problem with Katt Williams. First of all, you don't even want a little bit, a teeny tiny bit of smoke from Katt Williams. You don't even want it. Like, you don't want it. And it's not even about the joning. You don't want it with a brother that don't have no problem telling the truth. Your nitty and your gritty. You don't want it because you don't know all the people he know, and you can't keep up with all the secrets and lies you got. You can't. Okay? I lost respect for Kevin Hart a while ago. Okay? I didn't like that video he did where he was filming that homeless woman and looking at the camera and gonna get that woman $400. He could have killed that lady. We don't even know where that lady is now. You don't give somebody $400 and you don't know if they got a drug problem or if they got a drinking problem. She could have smoked or shot herself up into a comatose state, into overdosing. You don't do that. You don't do that. First of all, how you know what to do is you be led to do it. You don't just do it for a video. You don't just do it for a doggone camera. Okay? The way he looking at that camera and looking at her. "Okay, sweetie. Okay, sweetie. I'm going to give you some money. Okay, sweetie. You're going to do good with it, right, sweetie? Okay, what are you going to do?" "I'm going to do good with the money." That's right. That's right. You're going to do with good money. You give her $400. And she's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Why would you show that sister like that? Why would you do that? You're going to give something, just give it. This right here, this a sore spot for me. Too many people be stunting. You got something to do for somebody, just do it. Just do it. Whether they ever acknowledge it or not, it don't even matter. Do what you feel led to do. Okay? Anyway, so then when he get off get the lady to go on, he tell people, you always want to help people, you never ever know. I was like, shut up. And he was doing the same thing in this Breakfast Club. It's false humility. You wasn't helping that lady for her. You was helping that lady for you, for views, for Instagram. Just like you on Breakfast Club talking about that man and you ain't never seen him do drugs. Red Grant said you ain't never seen Katt Williams do no drugs. What you doing is going by hearsay. You done went through the industry and tried to figure out why he didn't get this and why he didn't get that. And you're trying to act like Katt Williams, if you want to come up, if you want a better relationship with Hollywood, he just won an Emmy. The man owned all of his videos, lock, stock, and Mickey freaking barrel. I don't know why people aren't acknowledging that. Why aren't people acknowledging that? Like you can't give him an inch. But you gonna call a man a drug addict and say he's not reliable and he's not responsible to show up. I represent the black women. What about that black woman you was in the bed with while your wife was pregnant? Huh? What about Tori Hart, your first wife? It's some black women you can reach back and help. But for you to act like you somehow, what I'm doing, I'm out there with my cape and I'm saving the universe and I'm, you can barely even get Melanie Camacho name out your mouth, Kevin Hart. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not negating what he's done either. I'm not. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Even if you felt like what Katt Williams did was wrong and how he went about it wrong, you still in the wrong. You still in the wrong. Okay? And Tiffany Haddish, for not saying that that man apologized to you and you accepted that apology, you wrong. You wrong. You went right along with the bullshit that Kevin Hart was dealing out. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. If you can't sympathize and empathize with what Katt Williams is going through, if you're not going to acknowledge that it's some real bullshit out there in terms of favoritism, colorism, racism, you know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to acknowledge that for the almighty dollar, shut up. Say nothing. Say nothing. You think just because, like, when he was sitting there in that barber chair and he was saying, I choose to shine the light on it and I choose to do such and such and such, and you know what I do? I'll tell you what I do. He did all that talking about Tiffany Haddish. He couldn't even call up a good, decent paragraph about real. He really couldn't. He really couldn't. Because you just grandstanding. Like you showboating. This not what you feel from your heart. It isn't. It isn't. And I hope Katt Williams roasts you up one side of the Mickey freaking mountain and down the other. I hope he reads you for filth. I really do. I really do. And I agree with Red Grant. We need to come together. The comedians need to come together. It's not going to happen. It's sad. It's a shame. But to me, and the same thing goes for Kevin Hart. To me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. If you got some things you want to expose, leave people names out of it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I do agree that Tiffany Haddish shouldn't necessarily be held responsible for all the shortcomings of or the fact that a lot of female comedians who are older, who are darker skinned, don't get acknowledged. I don't think she should be held to blame for that. I don't. I really don't. At the same time, I get what he was saying, and obviously once he explained it to her, she did too. And I don't think that Kevin Hart, what he has accomplished, whatever that is, you know, being a movie star, being a megastar, being accepted by white Hollywood, or so it seems. I mean, you ain't really but one slip up from being ostracized. You better ask Kathy Griffin. You better ask Kathy Griffin. You ain't but one politically incorrect statement away from being ostracized and cast down and cast out. You better think about that. And then you're going to have people like your other fellow comedians who come to your aid, hopefully. The ones maybe whose bridges you have not set afire. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Y'all check out the Red Grant interview. It really just backs up everything that I was saying. Not that it needed to be backed up, but I wanted you guys to hear that because it's important, especially nowadays with everything that's going on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. People will be very, very convincing in their story, and it is not the truth. They will be very, very convincing in the lie that they live, and it is not the truth. And what I appreciate about Katt Williams is that he shed the light on a lot of truth. Okay, cast the darkness out of the truth of the situation. Okay, and you get to see that the things that we saw in that 20-minute clip was not the whole story. What we saw in that 40-minute clip of V103 that Monday, after everything that happened, the gun, the Joan and all of that stuff, where Wanda was playing the victim, we see now out of Red Grant's own mouth that that woman provoked him, and what she got wasn't a half of what she deserved. He really took it easy on her. I stand by that. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.